friends, welcome to Writer's Workshop today. There are quite a few materials that you are going to need for your writing today. Make sure you have your pencil rubric, you need your word wall, your ABC chart, your writing journal, and you also need your writing stencil, which I'm going to use a pencil, your eraser spacer, and then something to do with your illustrations. I chose to use crayons. Now, if you don't have a journal, what you can do is get your file folder, and you can use this, but if you use this, make sure you have an eraser and a marker, okay? The only thing you want to write on this with is a dry erase marker, or you will ruin it. All right, boys and girls, so we're gonna do a dictated sentence today. We've done these before, and the reason that we do these is because, well, a couple different reasons. One, it gives us a really good chance to practice everything on our pencil rubric. Also, it gives us a chance to make sure that we are using our best handwriting and writing our letters the way that we're supposed to write them and how they look on the ABC chart. So go ahead and let's get started. We're going to open our journals to our next empty page. Okay, so you should be on your next empty page, and you're going to need your pencil. And let me get my ABC chart and my word wall right here where I can see them as well. Okay, so our sentence today that we are all going to write together, because you're going to do this with me at home, is he can look up. Can you say that? He can look up. How many words do you hear in that sentence? 4, right? He can look up. 4 words. The first word in the sentence is the word he. Well, that's one of our sight words. So that tells me that we can look at our word wall to find the word he. If you remember what he looks like, you would remember that it starts with the letter H. He. So if I look at my chart, I can find my H, and right here in this list is the word he. Do you see it? He. H-E. That is the first word we're going to write. So on your paper, write the word he. Make sure that you start with an uppercase H, because this is the beginning of our sentence. So I have an uppercase H, and then my next letter is going to be lowercase. He, and that's what you should have. Now I need to remember to use spaces between my words, so I'm going to put my eraser spacer after that word so that I make sure I've got my space there for my next word. You should have the word he. Does anyone remember the next word in our sentence? He can look up. Can. All right, now is that one of our sight words? It is, which means it's going to be on our word wall. So let's get our word walls back out. Okay. Can starts like k with the letter C. So if we look here and find our C, do you see the word can? It's right here, C-A-N, and that is exactly what we are going to write on our paper next. Can. All of these letters are lowercase, which means I need to write lowercase letters. When you write lowercase letters, you're going to make sure you start at the middle line and go to the bottom. Now, I've got lined paper I can do that with. K-an. The next letter is A, over, around, and down. And the last letter in can is N. It needs to be lowercase. Down, up, and over. And then once you have the word can, hop your eraser spacer behind it. And this is what you should have. He can, with a space in the middle. All right, our next word in the sentence, he can look up, is the word look. Say that. Look. What sound do you hear at the beginning of look? Ooh, like an L, which means we have to find it right here on the L. Do you see it? It's right here, isn't it? Look, L-O-O-K. We're going to go ahead and write the word look. Now, if I looked at my ABC chart, I'd see that the L is a tall letter. So I'm going to start at the top line and go down to the bottom, okay? And then my next letter, O, that is not a tall letter, is it? That's a short letter. So I'm going to start at the middle line. And we need 2 O's for the word look. Look. The last letter is K. If you looked at the ABC chart, you'd see the K. Oh, that's a tall letter, which means we start at the top. So let me go down and then kick in and kick out. And there's the word look. And then jump your eraser spacer to the end. This is what you should have when you're done with the word look. Notice how I'm doing my best handwriting. Okay, so we've got one more word in our sentence. He can look up. What's the last word we need? Up. Is that a sight word? It is a sight word, so that means that we are going to look at our word wall. And up starts with the letter U. Do you see it? U-P. Okay, so let's write the last word up in our best handwriting. U is a short letter from middle to bottom. And then P, oh, P is a special letter. P goes down below the line. So when you do your P, you're going to go down and then up and around. I'll move my eraser spacer because I'm done with that now. Okay, so we have our sentence done. Our sentence says, he can look up. Let's check it with our pencil rubric. Go ahead and grab your pencil rubric so you've got that to check. Okay, so if we looked at our first thing on our pencil rubric, it says your picture matches your words. And you see the sun and the word sun because they have to match. Have we done that yet? No, we haven't. We're going to have to go back and add our illustration, aren't we? So we can't check that one off. We haven't done it. Okay, the next one, there's a green light at our stoplight, and green means go. So like at the beginning, says start with a capital. Well, did we start our sentence with a capital letter? Yeah, we did. You should have an uppercase H right there. And if you don't, you can change it really quick so that you can check that off, okay? The third thing on our pencil rubric tells us to stretch out our words. Well, there's a little girl. Do you see her arms are all the way stretched out? Did we have to stretch out any words today in our sentence? You're right, we did not have to stretch out any words. All of our words were sight words today, so we were able to look at our word wall instead. So we don't have to worry about that one. The next one says use finger spaces. And you can see the little girl has got her hand like that, doing finger spaces. That finger spaces go between our words. Now, I like to use an eraser spacer instead, which is probably what a lot of you are doing at home. You can do it either way, because either way you've got a space. Whether you use your eraser spacer or whether you use your fingers, you still are going to have about the same size space. But do we have that between our words? We do. Check. Okay, the last thing says end the sentence with punctuation. Uh-oh, friends. Do we have a punctuation mark at the end of our sentence? No, I forgot that. Now, right here, I can see there's 3 different kinds. You could do a period, an exclamation point if you're excited, or a question mark if it's a question. Well, this is not a question. This is a telling sentence. He can look up. So I'm going to use a period, which is just a dot, like that. So if you forgot yours like me, go ahead and add it to the end. And when you're done, check. That's done. Okay, so the only thing we have left to do is our illustration. Our pictures have to match our words. I'm going to go ahead and do the best I can to illustrate, because I have never drawn somebody looking up before. I'm going to do a quick sketch with my pencil first. There's his mouth and his nose. 2 big eyes so that you can really see him looking up. Eyebrows. Okay, so let me color this in. That's why we have our crayons, is so we can add color details because that makes our picture more exciting to look at, for sure. And your picture does not have to look exactly like mine. As long as your picture matches your words, it can look like anything. Maybe you have a dog looking up. It could be whatever you want it to be. Let's see, I think my friend needs a little bit of hair. There we go, he's got some hair. We probably should, there, that looks better. That's not too bad. And you know what? He's looking up. Maybe he's looking up at the clouds. Maybe it's a cloudy day outside. So he's looking up at the clouds in the sky. All right, so this is what I need you to do, friends. I need you to finish your writing, your illustration, and then I want you to take a picture of it and send it to me in Seesaw so that I can see your great work, okay? All right, I hope you enjoyed our writing lesson today. Bye.